My beloved brothers and sisters, there comes a time in every heart when you feel far from the one who created you. You pray, but it feels empty. You make dua, but your heart is numb. You hear Quran, but your tears don't fall the way they used to. And Shaitan whispers, look at you. You're too far gone. But remember this, you can never be too far from the one who is closer to you than your jugular vein. Sometimes Allah allows you to feel distant, not because He has left you, but because He wants you to notice the emptiness and come back stronger than before. When a heart feels lost, it is not a sign of rejection. It is a sign that your soul is starving and calling you back to its Lord. So how do you return? Start with one step, just one, a sincere, Ya Allah, I miss you. That whisper alone is more beloved to Allah than 1,000 empty words, because it came from a broken heart, and broken hearts rise highest when they turn to Him. When you feel distant, don't run away from Allah out of shame. Run towards Him because of your shame. Run to the one who already knows your secrets, your weaknesses, your past, and still keeps your heart beating, still feeds you, still protects you, still waits for you. Remember, Allah does not expect perfection, He expects effort. He expects sincerity. He expects you to keep trying even when you keep falling. Turn to Him through your salah, even if you don't feel it yet. Turn to Him with a small dua, even if your voice shakes. Turn to Him with a quiet istighfar, even if your heart is still heavy. Because every small step you take towards Allah, He takes steps towards you far greater than you can imagine. And when Allah comes to you, He doesn't come with punishment. He comes with mercy, calmness, peace, and a light that will enter your life in ways you never thought possible. You may feel distant today, but one sincere moment can bring you back. One tear can wash away months of darkness. One sajda can open doors you thought were closed forever. So don't give up on yourself, and never think Allah has given up on you. Return to Him, because He has been waiting for you longer than you have been searching for Him. Taking the first step toward Allah, even if it feels small or insignificant, is one of the most powerful actions a believer can take. Many people wait for the perfect moment to change, thinking they must be spiritually strong, emotionally stable, or completely free from sin before turning back to their Lord. But the truth is, the first step is meant to be taken exactly when you're weak, when you're broken, when you feel unworthy. That is when it carries the most weight. Allah loves the heart that comes crawling back after falling, the heart that whispers His name through tears of regret or confusion. A single sincere Ya Allah spoken from a trembling heart is more valuable than 1,000 perfect words said without meaning. Sometimes people feel distant because they believe they have messed up too much or drifted too far. They look at their mistakes and convince themselves that Allah must be disappointed in them. But Allah never closes the door on anyone. He doesn't expect you to return with grand gestures or perfect worship. He simply wants your honesty, your sincerity, your willingness to try. That first step may be as small as sitting for a moment in silence and acknowledging that you need Him. It may be 1 minute of reflection before bed, a single line of dua, one quiet astaghfirullah, one verse of Quran, one sajda filled with pain. These small steps are not small in the sight of Allah. They are seeds that He nurtures, grows, and transforms into a garden of guidance. The beauty of this first step is that it sparks a chain reaction. Once you whisper, Ya Allah, your heart begins to soften. Once you pick up the Quran, even for a moment, you open a pathway for Allah's words to enter your life. Once you pray a single sincere salah, your soul starts to come alive. Again, Allah is not waiting for you to come running. He is waiting for you to turn. Even slightly, even shakily. And when you turn, He comes to you with mercy far greater than the distance you walked. He knows your struggles. He knows how heavy your heart feels. He knows how much effort it took to make that first move, and He rewards it beyond measure. Taking the first step is also a declaration that you haven't given up on yourself, that no matter how messy your past has been, you still believe in Allah's love and forgiveness, and Allah loves that faith. He loves the servant who keeps returning, even after falling 1,000 times. That first step might not change your life overnight, but it opens the door to a journey of healing, closeness, and inner peace. What matters is not where you start, but that you start at all. Even if all you can manage today is one breath that says, "Guide me," know that Allah hears you, sees you, and welcomes you. He never abandons the heart that tries. Turning to Allah through worship, even when the heart feels numb or disconnected, is one of the most profound signs of sincerity. Anyone can worship when they feel spiritually high, when their heart is soft, when their eyes fill with tears easily. But the real beauty lies in the moments when you don't feel anything, yet you still stand before your Lord. Those moments are not empty. They are proofs of your commitment, your loyalty, and your desire to return, even if your emotions haven't caught up yet. Many people assume that if they pray without feeling or read Quran without tears, their worship doesn't count. But worship is not measured by feelings, it's measured by effort, consistency, and sincerity. Your heart may feel cold, but every act you perform for Allah lights a spark inside it, even if you don't notice it immediately. Feelings come and go, they rise and fall like waves, but the consistency of your worship is what anchors you. When you pray, even with a distracted mind, you are slowly training your soul. When you make dua, even when your words feel dry, you are still knocking on the door of the most merciful. When you say astaghfirullah with a heavy heart, the forgiveness still reaches you. Allah's mercy does not depend on how strongly you feel, it depends on how sincerely you try. One of the secrets of returning to Allah is understanding that worship itself heals the heart. Salah is not just a ritual, it is medicine. Dua is not just asking, it is connection. Quran is not just reading, it is nourishment for the soul. Even if you feel disconnected at first, the act of worship creates openings for divine light to enter. Sometimes the heart needs time to thaw. Sometimes numbness is a result of pain, stress, guilt, or overwhelming life burdens. Allah knows that. And that is why He promises reward not only for the moments when worship feels uplifting, but also for the moments when worship feels like struggle. Every small act of worship strengthens your bond with Allah. Every sajda you make, even without tears, purifies a part of your heart. Every verse you read plants a seed of peace within you. Every dua draws you closer, even if you don't feel the closeness yet. This is why you must continue worshiping, regardless of your emotional state. Do not wait for the perfect moment when your heart feels fully spiritual. The heart becomes spiritual through worship, not before it. In time, the numbness fades. Slowly, your heart begins to respond. A verse will touch you suddenly. A prayer will calm you unexpectedly. A small dua will bring tears you didn't expect. These moments don't happen by accident. They happen because you kept going when it was difficult. Worship during numbness is not weakness. It is one of the strongest forms of faith. It is proof that no matter how lost you feel, you still choose Allah. And anyone who chooses Allah, Allah will never leave them empty-handed. Feeling distant from Allah often tricks a person into thinking that Allah is angry with them, disappointed in them, or that they have failed beyond repair. But this thought is the whisper of shaitan, not the truth. The reality is that Allah's mercy is far greater than your mistakes, far wider than your weaknesses, and far more powerful than any distance you may feel. When Allah invites you back to Him, He does so with compassion, gentleness, and limitless forgiveness. He does not push you away, He pulls you closer. He does not shame you, He comforts you. He does not expose your faults, He covers them with His mercy. Feeling distant is not a punishment, it is a signal, a reminder, a tender nudge from your Creator that your soul is longing to reconnect with Him. When a person feels spiritual emptiness, it is often misunderstood as rejection. But in reality, it is an invitation. Allah allows you to taste the bitterness of distance so that you may appreciate the sweetness of returning. He lets your heart feel the absence so that when His light enters again, it feels like relief, healing, and peace. If Allah truly wanted to abandon someone, their heart would not care about the distance at all. The very fact that you feel something missing is already a sign that He wants you back. Only a heart alive enough to miss Allah is a heart chosen to return. Allah's mercy is so vast that He promises to welcome those who return, no matter how long they have been away. You could come back after days, months, or even years, and He would still receive you with love, not with blame, not with anger, not with humiliation. The world may remind you of your past, but Allah wipes it away when you turn to Him sincerely. He says that the one who repents becomes like the one who never sinned at all. Imagine your darkest moments, your weakest days, your biggest regrets being erased by a single moment of sincerity. This is not the reaction of a Lord who wants to punish you. This is the reaction of a Lord who wants to heal you. When you turn to Allah after feeling distant, you are met with a peace that begins softly and grows quietly in your chest. You feel it in the way your worries lighten, in the way your heart softens, in the way your mind calms. Allah brings mercy not only to the soul but to the life around you. Doors begin to open, paths begin to clear, blessings enter in ways you never expected. Returning to Allah is not just a spiritual act. It is the beginning of emotional healing, mental clarity, and inner strength. So never assume that Allah is pushing you away. Never assume your past makes you unworthy. Never assume your distance makes you unacceptable. Allah loves the one who returns even after being lost. And He promises that whoever comes to Him, even walking, He will come to them with His mercy running. His door never closes, His love never fades, and your chance to return never ends.